the Viper 4567 here with some more Raw thoughts. This was in Albany, New York. This was where it was televised, and a crowd of over 15,000. So obviously this is the aftermath of Extreme Rules. I must say it was a decent Raw. I must say this week, nothing like better than last week's Raw, I must say. But so we'll get on with it, shall we? So we start off. We hear there's straight away it's going to be a 20-man battle royal for the WWE United States Championship. Obviously, Dean Ambrose defended the title that previous week on SmackDown, defeating Curtis Axel right back, and it was Alberto Del Rio. So I don't really watch SmackDown that much because I just have better things to be doing than watching all of WWE at the moment. So and he obviously won that match. So obviously he's 351 days as champion, and obviously unfortunately he loses the title tonight, which to a person who I just don't get why this guy won the title. So we'll get on with it, shall we? In the Battle Royal is Goldust, Big Show, Cody Rhodes, Mark Henry, Santino, Dolph Ziggler, Xavier Woods, Sin Cara, Heath Slater, Titus O'Neil, Jack Swagger, Ryback, Curtis Axel, Zack Ryder, Fandango, obviously Dean Ambrose, Sandow, Kingston, R-Truth, and the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. So the first to go is Xavier Woods, thanks to the Big Show. He eliminates a couple of people here. Ryder is gone thanks to Ryback. Yeah, this is obviously a jobber battle royal again, just like it was at Wrestling. This one, it wasn't great, I must say, the battle royal. It was okay, it wasn't anything special. Truth is gone. Show gets rid of O'Neil. Sheamus then launches Sin Cara onto three other guys. Slater is gone thanks to, I think it was a Sandow actually, I think it was. The rest of the guys gang up on Henry and Big Show. Slater then, while during goes during the commercial break, almost everyone eliminates Show and Mark Henry, which was kind of cool. Ambrose gets rid of Kofi Kingston and Fandango. Goes gone thanks to a mistake by Cody Rhodes. Obviously he goes in straight away. So Santino gets rid of Dolph Ziggler with a stupid Cobra, which the crowd hate. I think it's ridiculous. If he was going to get eliminated, leave someone like Ambrose eliminated, not fucking Santino. Curtis Axel gets rid of Santino, which was great. Powerbomb from Ryback on Sheamus. Ambrose then gets rid of Axel. Ambrose drop kicks Ryback's leg and then gets rid of him. Ambrose gets rid of Swagger, and then obviously when he turns around, a bro kick from Sheamus on Ambrose, and then Sheamus eliminates Ambrose to win the United States Championship. And as I've said, I'm not particularly happy with Sheamus winning the title, to be quite honest, because he's been considered a main event type player, isn't he? So it just don't really make much sense for you, to be honest. Sheamus has been US champion before. He didn't really do much for him, did it really, because he was already a WWE champion at the current, and he was obviously the king of the ring at the time as well. So look, what can you do? It was a decent battle, right? It wasn't anything particularly special. Just the United States title doesn't mean jack shit to me, to be quite honest, and neither does the Intercontinental title, really, to be honest. Both titles didn't mean nothing anymore, which is an absolute shame, because the Intercontinental title was one of my favourite titles growing up. So, because obviously majority of the guys got a push, majority of the guys got the championship. Same even with the US title. Even the US title did mean something before, but just basically it's just for jobbers, basically, the only way I fact. So after that, then Triple H comes out and says this was an unforgettable war. You were lucky. Luck is changing, and by the end of the night, you will be in a 6-man tag match against the Wyatt family, and your luck will be gone, basically. Renee talks to the new champion, Sheamus. Since I've come back, I've been spinning my wheels. It's all about waiting in time to step back into glory. And Renee says, "Do you have any words to Ambrose? No hard feelings, fella." Stephanie, congrats, Brian. You have made Kane angry, and for your safety, you stay in the locker room until your match. Brian says thanks for the advice, and then we see Kane's mask, which is good for them. Next then, RVD defeats Cesaro by disqualification. Decent, nothing special about this match again. Lovely tilt-to-war backbreaker, gets 2 for Cesaro. Heel kick them from the top from RVD, rolling thunder then from RVD. Somersault puncher from RVD, then a moonsault from the apron from RVD as well. He gets 2 off a leg drop. Crowd with a stupid CM Punk chant, getting sick of that now. Sunset flip thing gets 2. Cesaro stumps on the chest of RVD, that gets 2. A couple of uppercuts then from Cesaro, and then another one gets 2. 3 got round suplex, and he gets him entangled on the tree of woe, then just punching him, and that gets the disqualification. So I think he just needs to get rid of RVD. Cesaro needs to stop working with RVD now. I think he needs to kind of get himself up a bit now. Do not put any titles on him except for the world title, obviously. Just keep him away from titles because he's just going to be held down. Because like most people now with the Intercontinental title get about 4 or 5 months, and like that's just holding him down basically. So yeah. Then we see the Wyatts in the ring. Abigail says to me, I was born to lead. One day, Bray, you will change the world, and I believed her. I always believed her. This horrible world has wicked ways. Snub my nose at me, look down at me. They would all look at me as a nobody. It is sweet, it's a wonderful day, I've become somebody. Cena's fear came alive because of a child. You can't fool the children, John. They see right through you, John. Cena says, I am a monster, I'm right, I'm a monster, and I'm also cruel. I want to see the world burned down. It can be reborn in the image of Wyatt. I'm doing this for the children and the poor man on the street and young women that were not pretty enough to be prom queen. I'm doing this for each and every one of you. John Cena stands alone. You stay with me forever. I'm not a monster. I will become a god. So another fantastic promo from Bray Wyatt. Like, obviously, this is going to be hopefully the last match between Bray Wyatt and John Cena. Hopefully, it'll be better than a steel. Like a Falls Count Anywhere match could be pretty damn good for this, but or have a match that has the implication that Harper and Rowan cannot interfere. So, or not have a Falls Count Anywhere. Maybe have a strap match or something, or do something, or an I Quit match is going to give Cena the win. So we'll see when Payback comes around. Ryback then defeats Cody Rhodes in a match. Vertical suplex from Ryback gets 2. Big Splash then gets 2 from as well, and he comes with a spine buster, and then he misses a splash off the second rope. Disaster kick from Cody, then misses a drop kick. He goes for something. Axel pushes Goldust into the ring post. He falls and goes into the shell shock for the win. So yeah, looks like Cody and Goldust are finally breaking up. What, 2 months later than we expect, or even 3 months before we expect. Then we see Brian and Brie. Brian says he's be patient, stay next to me. Kane's mask glows and the lights go out. Stephanie, I will get your car off safely inside the arena. Then we see Los Matadores and El Torito. Who the fuck cares about this shit? 3MB, then yeah, 3 Horse fight away. Just get off to you. Just getting sick of this fucking. See, this is the only thing I don't like about the PG era. It's just all this childish kind of crap, you know. I know we had similar things back in the attic. Like we had not childish stuff, but still, like it was This is not entertaining at all. Just please get off my fucking television, please. I know, fair enough. I'm watching it on a stream, but still, come on. Like for fuck's sake, WWE need to get rid of. Like if you're going to have small guys wrestle, leave them wrestle. Don't be doing all this childish crap. You know, like El Torito is supposed to be one of the world's. I've done some research on him. He's supposed to be one of the best small guys in the business, basically. And Hornswoggle is supposed to be okay as well, from what I'm hearing. So I don't know. Next match then, Rusev defeats Kofi Kingston in another squash match, but Lana talks about Vladimir Putin, who is the president of Mother Russia. Then what do we? I know, fair enough, we're in the US, but come on, like. She does talk about the US being Russia's bitch, basically, and then they just chant USA, USA. Like everyone that is not from the US, if they start talking about another country or something, everything the crowd just come back and just say, yeah, USA, USA. Fuck off. And I'll tell you one thing, yeah, fair enough, you're entitled to chant whatever you want, but fuck the US. Like, they're the most god, like, granted, I love American wrestling, but like, the people of America are fucking idiots. Like, going around shooting people in malls, shooting people in fucking schools. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, I just think people might think they're in an episode of Grand Theft Auto. Oh, wait, I could go on forever about America, but I won't. Base Bay from Rusev, dropkick them from Kofi, crossbody him from Kofi from the top rope. He goes to do it again, but Rusev catches him into a fallaway slam, tilts towards slam, and then the accolade gets the win for Rusev. So yeah, all good there. Brian and Brie get into the car, but Stephanie knocks so hard, Brie gets scared. You have a match right now. If you don't do your match, you're in breach of your contract, and you will be stripped of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So, like, it's just like, I know this is scripted and all, but come on, like, even Danny Bryan must think Stephanie's a part of this. Like, it looks like he's kind of starting to feel like, yeah, Stephanie's not a part of it. I don't know how they're playing this out, but like, we all know Stephanie's is a part of what Kane's doing. So, And so his match is next, and it's actually a pretty good match against Alberto Del Rio. He defeats Albert. Really decent match, I must say. Probably the match of the night by a mile. Drop kick from Bryan, then the S kicks, and then a lovely super kick from Del Rio that gets 2. To our backbreaker from Del Rio gets 2. Backstabber then as well gets 2. Del Rio rams Bryan into the bar, and a German suplex gets 2. Enzuigiri then from Del Rio. Lovely DDT from Del Rio as well. Flying headbutt then from Bryan from the top rope. Del Rio then with another Enzuigiri. Bryan then gets the win with the yes lock. And so overall a pretty good match. Straight away after the match then Kane's music hits. Bryan gets himself and Brie into their car, and then I think the car wouldn't start, and then he goes to check the hood, and then Kane's obviously in the back seat. He grabs Brie, but then Bryan Kane fight on the outside. I think he hammers him into the car, and he tries to drive off. Kane's on top of it, and he falls off the car. And then Bryan gets out to see if he's okay. He sits up, and then Bryan just drives off. So leaving Kane there. So yeah, so like it's obviously going to be another match of Payback, which I'm not really looking for. Rumours saying that Batista doesn't want to put over Bryan, obviously lose, which I think is absolutely fucking pathetic if I'm being completely honest. So obviously there is excuse me, there's obviously friction between Batista and Daniel Bryan. So there is he obviously does not like Daniel Bryan. Like it's obviously like, why wouldn't you, like, Daniel Bryan is one of the best wrestlers probably in the world. Like in terms of he's one of the most technical wrestlers you can, like, why would you not want to put, just because of his size? Sure, look at Rey Mysterio. Like, your Batista's supposed to be best friends with someone who's actually smaller than Daniel Bryan, and he's lost to Rey Mysterio before. So I just don't get it. Or maybe he just wants to be the champion. But like, Batista cannot be WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Simply, the fact is he's not yet. Fair enough. He put on a really, like, when he first came back, like the first 2.5 months, like he looked so fucking out of shape. But like, yeah, his match at WrestleMania he didn't have to do too much. The match at Extreme Rules, he didn't do a lot, but like it didn't look like he was fucking knackered. So, but I just don't get why he's just not doing it. So apparently, yeah, he has a movie coming up. I know that, but still, come on, you knew what you were getting yourself into. So next then, Bad News Bar defeats Big E to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, Big E is in revoking his rematch clause. This match was okay, it was okay. It wasn't bad or anything, but wasn't as good as their match at Extreme Rules. Diving elbow from the apron from Barrett, and a belly to belly from Big E. Barrett counters the big splash from Big E, wins a change, gets 2. A nice knee then from Barrett. Big E with that spear through the ropes, that was nice. Barrett then rakes the eyes, and the Bullhammer gets the win. So, and then we hear then that on main event that John Cena will address what Bray Wyatt said about him tonight on Raw, on Monday Night on Raw, which is fantastic for him. Then we see Jack Swagger and Seb Coulter come to the ring talking about he has a deportation list. He has Santino and Emma, Paige, Sheamus, and Cesaro and Paul Heyman. It's funny the way he said, like, deport Heyman to whatever country would actually take him, which was kind of fucking hilarious. And then obviously Adam Rose's Rosebuds basically came to the ring, came out, started dancing, his music came on, and obviously this was his debut, so it's a shame it wasn't a match or anything, but still it was, I don't know, he came in and said don't be a lemon, be a rosebud. It was fucking funny. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do, but he's got a lot of heat, Adam Rose. Like, they're saying that he's another Fandango. Not really, he's not as, what would you call it, Fandango really like, he doesn't do as much as what Fandango does, but I think it's just going to be interesting to see what he's going to do. It wasn't a great debut by any means, a stretch of the imagination, but like, it was still pretty funny. Like, they got rid of Swagger out of the ring, started dancing, said in the middle of everything, was quite fucking funny. So obviously he's going to start off with a little feud maybe with Swagger. That might be good, you never know. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else he can do. So yeah, not the debut that I was looking forward to, but sure, look, WWE always make a fuck up a pro. It's nothing to do with him, it's WWE's creative staff. So next then, the Wyatt family defeat Shield, and actually a pretty decent match, I must say. It was really good. Probably wasn't as good as the Alberto Del Rio Bryan match. Then again, it might be, I don't know. It was a good match, but I don't know. We'll see. Brawl to start off with, needs the face then of Harper from Rollins, uppercut then from Harper on Rollins, and Screw from Rollins on crossbody down from Ambrose, dropkick down from Ambrose, and then launches herself onto Harper. Ambrose then gets the figure 4 leg lock, but everyone stares, kind of gets up and stares at each other. Somersault plancher then from Rollins and Harper and Rowan. Rowan then drops Harper on the turnbuckle, standing shooting stars press, gets 2 for Rollins. Rollins with a boot to the face of Wyatt, and then Harper with a suicide dive on Rollins. Splash in the corner from Wyatt, that gets 2. Lovely big boot then from Harper, gets 2. Knee off the top rope from Rollins, and apron dropkick from Reigns on Wyatt. From Reigns on Wyatt, and then double suicide dive from Rollins and Ambrose. Superman punch from Reigns, Evolution come out, double suicide dive again from Ambrose and Rollins, and 4 guys. Superman punch to Triple H, Super Abigail. Sister Abigail gets the win then for the Wyatts. And a good match, it was a good match now. Probably could actually could do better. Probably was better than Daniel Bryan and Alberto Del Rio. Then Evolution come in and kick the shit out of the Shield. Orton then with a sick DT on Rollins. His feet are on Rollins' feet are actually on the top turnbuckle, and then boom down. Orton then with an RKO, and then Triple H with a pedigree on Reigns. So yeah, so overall this Raw wasn't actually that bad at all. Actually, there was two or three decent matches, two very good matches, maybe one decent match. I don't think we had a Divas match. Do we actually have a Divas match? No. Can't believe we didn't actually have a Divas match tonight, which was all good, really, to be quite honest. So yeah, overall this Raw was pretty damn good. So yeah, so we'll be back on Tuesday for random pay-per-view. So that'll be my next video. So this is the Viper 4567. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. So take it easy, guys.